At the start of the drama, we see the female lead, Lin Ching. She is standing in a dark room. She introduces herself and says, "I am Lin Ching Chun." After this, a photograph is shown. In this photograph, there are a boy and a girl. Actually, these two are Lin Ching and her fiancé. Lin Ching says, "This is my fiancé." Next, we see an agreement. A girl is sitting very close to Lin Ching's fiancé. She puts that agreement on the table forcefully and says, "See, whose name is on this?" Actually, this girl is her best friend, Juan. She shows a lot of attitude and says to Lin Ching, "Get out." Further, she says, "If you don't leave here, we will tear into pieces the proposal that you stayed awake all night to make." Along with this, Lin Ching's fiancé also says, "Yes, we will tear it into pieces." Saying this, they both laugh a lot. Then Lin Ching's voiceover comes where she says, "As you can see, my best friend and my boyfriend have hooked up." Next, she is standing alone and says, "To make Chen Feifan the sole owner of this apartment, what haven't these people done to take my apartment away from me?" Now we see Lin Ching's fiancé and Lin Ching's best friend dancing with great joy after doing all this. Then we see Lin Ching, who is sitting alone in a room. She begins to say, "This is my life, full of failure. My boyfriend betrayed me. He cheated on me. I haven't achieved anything in my work either. I paid the loan for the apartment I bought, but after that, the apartment was registered in someone else's name. So what is the point of living?" Then we see that suddenly it becomes completely dark, and some people enter Lin Ching's room. Those people lift Lin Ching in their arms. Seeing this, it feels as if Lin Ching has become unconscious. Now the scene cuts, and then we see Lin Ching is in an office. She suddenly wakes up and says to herself, "Why do I have to work even after dying?" Just then, someone calls Lin Ching and asks, "What are you thinking?" Now the name of the person who asked this is Diane. Lin Ching hugs her, and then she asks Diane, "Why did you die?" Now Diane says, "What nonsense are you talking? By the way, Mr. Xie is calling you to his office." So Lin Ching asks, "Has he also died?" So Diane says, "If you don't complete the project, he will also die." Now Lin Ching thinks to herself, "I had finished the project a long time ago." Then Lin Ching thinks, "What is the date today?" Then she checks her phone and says, 2020? 1 year ago? Perhaps Lin Ching has reached the time of 1 year ago. Then she calls someone, but that call does not connect. She dials the number again, but again the call does not connect because the number is out of service. So now Lin Ching starts running. Seeing this, Diane says to her, "Hey, Mr. Xia is waiting for you." Here Lin Ching runs and goes to a door and knocks. Then she starts going up the stairs. Then she comes outside a room from where a girl's voice is heard from inside the room who says, "Oh, you are so naughty." Now standing outside the room, Lin Ching is looking towards a knife. Now, after this, inside the room, we see Lin Ching's best friend, Juan, and Lin Ching's fiancé, Chen Feifan, sleeping in the same room. Lin Ching's best friend asks, "When will you tell Lin Ching about our relationship?" So Lin Ching's boyfriend says, "What's the hurry?" Anyway, she is so dumb. After this, Lin Ching's boyfriend turns back and sees that someone is recording his actions with a phone camera. Actually, it is Lin Ching who is recording. So seeing her fiancé, and her best friend start saying sorry to her. But Lin Ching kicks them both out of the apartment. At this time, she also throws their belongings out. Now, when Lin Ching is throwing everything, a shoe hits someone's body. And the person whose body it hits is the male lead of this drama, Chu Heng. Later, we see Chu Heng. Now someone is shouting outside his room. Now there is a boy with Chu Heng. Now Chu Heng asks, "How is the proposal going?" So that boy says, "Don't make me open my mouth." The girl in this project is always with her boyfriend. She is very unprofessional too. She hasn't even started the project. So Chu Heng asks, "Which girl? The one wearing lingerie?" So that boy says, "No, the one throwing the stuff. Her name is Lin Ching Chun. She is so blind in love." Now Chu Heng is listening to all this. Further, that boy says, "She is so dumb. Her boyfriend is always with that other girl, but Lin Ching never noticed this before today." Now Chu Heng grabs this boy's hair and says, "No more talk about this. Just go and do your work." So that boy says, "Okay." And Chu Heng says, "Good. Now I have to go to my work. I won't be here tonight." Saying this, Chu Heng leaves from there, and that boy starts looking at Chu Heng's laptop. Now further, when Lin Ching comes to the office, Diane says to her, "Where were you? Mr. Xia is angry with you." So Lin Ching first drinks some water, and then she says, "I have broken up. Anyways, let's go." So Diane asks, "Are you okay?" Now after this, Mr. Xia says to Lin Ching, "You are in big trouble. Go and receive your last payment. Today is your last day here." Then Lin Ching's boss, Mr. Xia, receives a call, after which he says to Lin Ching, "Tomorrow is your last day because after this you have to go to a meeting with me." Then later we see these two are sitting at a table and Chu Heng and a boy are coming from that side. Now, seeing these two coming, almost all the girls in the office become very happy because these two are looking very smart. So the girls keep looking at them, but it doesn't make any difference to these two. These two reach the meeting table. Now, after this, we see Chu Heng's assistant Zuo says to Mr. Xia, "The project you gave us yesterday is very pathetic. I gave you 1 month to do this project." Now in between, Lin Qing tries to give an explanation, but Chu Heng's assistant keeps saying his point without stopping. He says, "I gave you guys so much time. Mr. Xia, we have to end this partnership." Just then, Lin Qing stands up and says, "I am sorry. All this happened because of me." Further, she says, "Last night, I did some reflections. Then I made this new project. I hope my mistake will be forgiven. Take some time and read this proposal." Now, after all this, Chu Heng keeps looking at Lin Qing. Further, he says, "Well, Miss Lin Qing, complete the proposal and send it to Mr. Zuo." Hearing this, Lin Qing becomes happy. And saying this, Chu Heng leaves from there. Now, seeing all this, Mr. Xia is very surprised and asks what was happening. But Lin Qing looks very happy. Then at night, staying awake, Lin Qing is doing her work. And then after some time, she goes near the window and says, "This was bound to happen. Challenge me even more." And saying this, she shouts very loudly. And also the scene outside the window is shown to us where, in the darkness of the night, the lights of all the buildings are on, which has created a very beautiful scenery. Further, we see everyone is sitting for a meal. Lin Qing comes here and says, "Sorry, I'm late." Now here, Lin Qing's best friend, Huan, is also there, who says, "Look who has come, my best friend Lin Qing, who took my boyfriend." Now other people present their say, "Lin Qing, we were all waiting for you." Further, they say, "Yes, come on, let's eat." But then Huan says, "Lin Qing, you didn't answer me. Are you afraid that I will talk about your past again?" Here a boy says, "Huan, we are school friends. Why are you saying such things? She is your best friend." So Huan says, "Best friend? We haven't even spoken since graduation. And she couldn't fix her nature. She even took my boyfriend. And also took my boyfriend's apartment. She looks very good, but from inside, she is very pathetic." Now Lin Qing stands up while eating and slaps Huan. She says, "Think before saying something. Don't make up stories. Don't play the victim card." Now Huan shouts at Lin Qing and says, "Have you gone crazy?" So Lin Qing slaps her again. And Chu Heng is coming here from that side. He sees all this. Now Lin Qing becomes angry and says to Huan, "Don't talk like a shameless person. Let me tell you one thing. I am not a fool anymore, so stay away from me." So Huan says to her, "Look, leave my hand or else I will bite you." So Lin Qing says, "Of course you will bite, because you are a bitch." Just then, Chu Heng grabs Lin Qing's hand from behind. Then he says, "Come with me." Now a girl present there says, "Isn't he a company president?" So another boy says, "Forget what happened just now, let's eat." On the other side, Lin Qing is in the car with Chu Heng, where she says to Chu Heng, "Thank you for saving me." Then Lin Qing is looking at her hand and Chu Heng gives her an energy drink. Now later we see Lin Qing has returned to her home. Lin Qing's boyfriend, Chen Feifan, is also present here. Now her boyfriend is searching for something. Lin Qing says to him, "You and Huan are a perfect match." So Lin Qing's boyfriend says, "Don't be angry." Now Lin Qing is sitting down and picking up those items which her boyfriend has just thrown. Actually, her boyfriend was searching for something, and during this, he had dropped some household items down. Now Lin Qing's boyfriend says, "We were drunk." Further, he says, "We made a mistake that night. We were just wandering like crazy." Hearing this, Lin Qing says, "Wandering like crazy? Where? On the bed? Actually, you will make me crazy. I don't want to talk anymore." Now Lin Qing's boyfriend grabs her from behind. Then he says, "I love you and I only love you." But Lin Qing does not believe his words. She becomes offended. But her boyfriend, Chen Feifan, begins to say, "My feelings are only for you." But Lin Qing becomes angry and says, "Leave my hand." And then she pushes Chen Feifan. Further, she says, "Get out from in front of me or I will call the police." Now Chen Feifan also becomes angry and throws things and says, "Lin Qing, this is too much." So Lin Qing starts going from there. From behind, Chen Feifan is saying, "Give me that ownership certificate, otherwise I will destroy your apartment." Lin Qing says, "Yes, destroy it. Let's see who gets destroyed first." While saying this, Lin Qing picks up a knife in her hand. So Chen Feifan gets scared and says, "Calm down. Put this down. We can sit and talk." Lin Qing says, "Wanna talk?" Saying this, Lin Qing kicks Chen Feifan out of the house. From outside, Chen Feifan says, "Give me those documents or I will teach you a lesson in court." "You won't even open the door? Fine. If you don't open the door, I won't leave this place today. I have a lot of time." Now, from the opposite apartment, Chu Heng's assistant Zuo is watching all this. He comes and tells Chu Heng to see all this. So Chu Heng calls the security. Then the security guard comes and starts chasing Chen Fei Fan away. And also Chen Fei Fan thinks Lin Qing must have called the security. Then later we see Chu Heng has come to Lin Qing's house. So Lin Qing asks, Mr. Chu, did you call the security? So Chu Heng says, he has ruined your bedsheet, so take this, change it. Lin Qing says, you think so much, thank you. Further, Chu Heng says, I have told someone to come tomorrow morning and change your door lock. Now Lin Qing becomes a little emotional and says, I will have to start everything all over again. Now next morning, a person comes to Lin Qing's house and changes the door lock and leaves. Now Lin Qing starts to close the door when just then, Chu Heng prevents the door from closing from outside. Then he says, we will have a meeting now, I will take you. How much time do you need? So Lin Qing starts thinking. Just then, Chu Heng says, I will give you 30 minutes. So Lin Qing closes the door immediately. Then, in a little while, she comes and says, I am ready to go. Now she is looking very beautiful. So Chu Heng keeps looking at her, and Lin Qing starts smiling in a new dress. Now Chu Heng tells her to walk. Just then, from another apartment, Chu Heng's assistant sees these two. Now he is a little surprised to see these two together. So Chu Heng says, you can also come along. Then Chu Heng's assistant also starts going. Anyway, then we see everyone in the meeting room. Here, along with Lin Qing, we can also see Mr. Xia. Here, Lin Qing is giving a presentation in front of everyone. She shows a slide and says, from this project, you will get a 58.63% market share. Now hearing this, Mr. Xia says to Lin Qing, how can you analyze your project data exactly up to 2 decimals? Just then, Chu Heng says, Mr. Xia, I want Lin Qing to work on site from tomorrow. Do you have any issue with this? So Mr. Xia says, what? So Chu Heng says, don't worry, I just want Lin Qing to become even more efficient. So Mr. Xia says, okay, sure, I am very happy. From today, Lin Qing belongs to the Shanghai group. Now later we see a girl is taking Lin Qing somewhere. She shows a place to Lin Qing and says, this is your desk, and Mr. Chu Heng wants to see you in his office once. Now after this, we see Chu Heng and his assistant, Zuo, in Chu Heng's office. Now Lin Qing comes here. Actually, Chu Heng is explaining something to his assistant. And during this, he comes quite close to his assistant. So seeing this, Lin Qing perhaps misunderstands and says, I should leave from here right now. Now Chu Heng says to his assistant, I want you to go to the finance department now. So he starts going. Now Chu Heng tells Lin Qing to sit down and shows a file and says, this is your contract for the project. If there is no issue, you can deliver it by the afternoon. Now, after seeing Chu Heng and his assistant close to each other, Lin Qing has been smiling. Her smile does not stop. Anyway, then further Chu Heng says, I have contacted a lawyer for you. You can consult him. This will clear your doubts. I want you to work even harder. Now, in response to this, Lin Qing says, okay, while laughing a lot. She is not able to control her laughter. And then she starts leaving from here. Chu Heng just looks at her once. And then he blocks Lin Qing's way and asks her, what are you laughing about? So Lin Qing says, nothing at all. By the way, has anyone ever told you that you look like a black ox? Saying this, laughing a lot, Lin Qing leaves from here. And then, coming to her desk, Lin Qing starts laughing very loudly. Then she thinks to herself, what a handsome guy. I wish I were a boy too. Now further we see Lin Qing, Chen Fei Fan, and a person are sitting together. Here, that third person says to Chen Fei Fan and Lin Qing after seeing some documents, everything is fine. Now Chen Fei Fan says to Lin Qing, don't think that everything has ended. Just then, we hear a voice saying, now that you two are not together, leave her alone. So on this, Chen Fei Fan says, who are you? On this, the answer comes, head of Shanghai Group. And along with this, we see Chu Heng. He says, I am Jiang Chu Heng. Now later, we see Huan, who is coming towards Lin Qing. Just then, Lin Qing grabs Huan's hand. On this, Huan abuses Lin Qing and says, you will be punished for this. Now then, Lin Qing says to the receptionist, call security. Just then, Huan says, fine, I will show your colleagues how shameless you are. Then Huan says very loudly, Lin Qing, you were my best friend, but you took my boyfriend and forced him to marry you. And now you have left him. And then you took his apartment because right now you are dating a rich boy. You are a gold digger. Saying all this, Huan acts as if she is crying. So Lin Qing is looking at this drama of Huan's with anger. Further, Huan says, I had a miscarriage because you pushed me in my own house when I had just become pregnant. This all happened because of you. Lin Qing, now you have everything. So can you return our apartment to us for the sake of our old days? Hearing this, Lin Qing asks, are you done talking? Further, she says, how can you defame me like this? Just then, the security guard comes and says to Huan, I don't have time for you, get out, or else I will call the police. Saying this, the security guard starts removing Huan. Huan says, leave my hand. And Lin Qing, you can't do anything without Chu Heng. Now, Lin Qing says while replying to her, you are right. I know very well how to use Chu Heng to get my work done. Now, Chu Heng also hears this thing from afar. So when Lin Qing turns back, she sees Chu Heng is standing. And Chu Heng starts leaving from here as soon as he sees Lin Qing. Then, later, Lin Qing comes to Chu Heng's cabin feeling quite embarrassed. Chu Heng says, what do you want? Now Lin Qing says, sorry, Mr. Chu Heng. I was a bit angry at that time. I didn't really mean to say that. Sorry for creating such a scene. On this, Chu Heng says, never mind. Do you have anything else to say? So Lin Qing says, thank you for finding a lawyer for me. Further, she says, I will buy you dinner. What do you want to eat? So Chu Heng asks, do you cook? On this, Lin Qing asks while being surprised, what? So Chu Heng says again, do you cook? So Lin Qing says, yes, I do. Okay, then let's eat. Further, Chu Heng says, I am free tonight. Let's meet at Zuan's house. So Lin Qing says, okay. Further, she says, then I will go back to work now. Now, after Lin Qing leaves, we see Chu Heng has drawn a cartoon girl in his diary, which is perhaps Lin Qing. So now Chu Heng starts smiling after seeing this drawing. Then at night, Lin Qing is standing in the kitchen holding vegetables and is laughing for no reason. So Chu Heng asks her, need help? Further, Chu Heng enters the kitchen and wears an apron and starts making an omelet quite fast. Also, he cuts the vegetables very quickly. On the other side, sitting in the outer room, Lin Qing starts looking at a business marketing book. And just then, the voice comes from the kitchen. Dinner is ready. Come to taste it. Now Lin Qing gets up from the chair while looking at the book. And just then, Chu Heng comes in front of her with the food as if these two are about to collide. Then for some time, these two stay stuck here looking at each other, and it seems Lin Qing starts blushing. Just then, Chu Heng says, leave my way, I have to put this food down. And when Chu Heng leans down to put the plates, then he collides a little with Lin Qing. And Lin Qing runs away from there while moving away from him. Now later we see Lin Qing is eating food and Chu Heng is looking at her. Lin Qing says, this food is so good. You really cook well. Mr. Chu Heng, let's make this a regular thing. I want to eat dishes made by you regularly because I have really liked whatever you have cooked. So Chu Heng says, sure, anytime. And along with this, Lin Qing starts eating her food even faster. Now Chu Heng asks, I can see that you are very interested in eating, so what other things do you like? So Lin Qing says, not much. If I get time, then I will go for boxing, gym, and all that. Boxing is good for releasing pressure. Further, while eating, she says to Chu Heng, eat more food too. Along with this, she says, today I was supposed to feed you, but it seems you have cooked for me instead. Anyway, then these two start eating while being happy. Now later we see Chu Heng sitting alone. While sitting, he remembers the moments spent with Lin Qing, and remembering all this, he smiles. Now in a little while, Chu Heng calls his assistant and says, go to a boxing gym. Then we see his assistant standing wearing a face mask. Then while putting down the phone, he says, go to a boxing gym? Oh God, I won't go. Not at all. Later we see Lin Qing standing in a place exercising, and just then Chu Heng's assistant, Zuo, comes here. He asks Lin Qing, what are you doing here? Are you following me? So Lin Qing says, Mr. Zuo, don't think too highly of yourself. On this, Zuo says, I'm thinking highly of myself. By the way, listen to one thing. Stay away from Mr. Chu Heng. Now Lin Qing starts exercising while turning her back towards Zuo. So Zuo observes her well and says, Lin Qing, look at yourself. You are so untidy. Just then the coach comes and says to Lin Qing, you and this boy can practice together. Then we see Zuo and Lin Qing have entered the boxing ring to compete with each other wearing boxing gloves. Both are looking at each other with sharp eyes. Now further Zuo says to Lin Qing, I don't know what methods you used to seduce my boss, but whatever you did, end it now. Just then, we see Lin Qing is going to punch Zuo after taking a jump, and then she punches Zuo. Along with this, she starts beating Zuo. Zuo starts shouting Lin Qing's name in pain. Now later, we see these two are going through the corridor, and both are fighting with each other. Just then, Chu Heng comes in front of them. So, seeing Chu Heng, Lin Qing asks, Chu Heng, why have you come here? Chu Heng says, I have come to pick you both up. Then Chu Heng says while extending a bag towards Lin Qing, this is for you. Lin Qing is a little surprised to see this. Then she asks, is this for me? Saying this, she starts looking at that bag. Further, Lin Qing gets a boxing glove from this bag. Now later we see Lin Qing is standing on a rooftop and Chu Heng is looking at Lin Qing from below sitting in a car. Now Chu Heng's assistant, Zuo, is also with him in his car. He says to Chu Heng, stay away from Lin Qing. By the way, you made me join the boxing class for her, didn't you? Now further, we see Chen Feifan comes and is grabbing Lin Qing's hand. Seeing this, Chu Heng says to himself, I have to teach Chen Feifan a lesson. Now here, Chen Feifan asks Lin Qing, you and Chu Hung are very close, aren't you? Lin Qing asks, what? Chen Feifan says, you left me for him, didn't you? Now, hearing such things, Lin Qing starts to leave, but Chen Feifan stops her and says, you took my apartment. Then you hooked up with a rich man. You are a different kind of person. Hearing all this, Lin Qing says, Chen Feifan, everything between us has ended. Stop harassing me. But Chen Feifan again blocks Lin Qing's way and says, Lin Qing, what do you think of yourself? Do you really think you are so beautiful? While saying this, Chen Feifan starts turning Lin Qing's face towards him. So Lin Qing removes his hand. Further, Chen Feifan says, do you really think Chu Hung is interested in you from his heart? You are just a toy for him. I tell you, he has just never seen someone like you. When he gets bored with you, he will leave you. Now, hearing all this, Lin Qing starts getting angry. She slaps Chen Feifan and says, shut up! Now Chen Feifan goes to slap Lin Qing back, when someone comes and stops him and hits him instead. Now we see that the person who hit him is actually Chu Heng. And Chu Heng says to Chen Feifan, stay away from my lady. Hearing this, Lin Qing starts looking at Chu Heng with surprise. Just then, Chu Heng grabs Lin Qing and kisses her. Now later, Chu Heng comes to his house. Here, his assistant says to him, that was your first kiss. Chu Heng says, I just got into the mood. So Zuo says, you should keep these feelings inside. So Zuo asks, what do you mean? So not giving a proper reply to this, Chu Heng says, I'm tired, I'm going to rest. So Zuo says, fine, rest on the couch. Now further, Zuo says suddenly, wait, I am your cousin. You should tell me everything. Are you really interested in Lin Qing? So Chu Heng says, I feel something special for her. So Zuo asks, a special feeling? How? So Chu Heng says, I even gave your special bedding set to Lin Qing. So maybe I did that because I like her. Saying this, Chu Heng leaves from here and Zuo is shouting from behind, wait, don't go. You even gave her my new bedding set? On the other side, we see Lin Qing. She is sitting at home and doing some boxing practice. And along with this, she is smiling to herself. She starts remembering that moment when Chu Hung had kissed her. She is becoming happy just by thinking this. Further, she says to herself, a kiss. He did that so that I could get rid of my past relationship. But thinking about it, I am feeling very good right now. But will there be awkwardness between us now? Now, next day, in the office, Chu Hung says, you have to do this project and I will also promote you as an in-charge. Further, he says, so you take a look at this. Send me a new proposal in detail by tomorrow. So Lin Qing says, sure, I will give my best. Then Chu Heng says, don't put too much pressure on yourself. Zuo will help you. Now Zuo says to Lin Qing, the files related to the project are here. So Miss Lin, we have to see how you do this. Then Lin Qing takes these files and leaves. And going to her desk, she gets to her work. Then further, she meets a person named Mr. Zhang in a place. Now from behind, Chen Feifan clicks a picture of these two meeting. No one even knows about this. Whenever Mr. Zhang is putting his hand on Lin Qing's shoulder, or whenever he is coming close to Lin Qing while talking normally, just then, Chen Feifan is clicking pictures of these two. And taking all these pictures, he starts leaving from here. Now, later, Mr. Zhang is getting a massage where Lin Qing is also sitting. Zhang says to her, Miss Lin Qing, you are smart. I don't need to explain much to you. It's true that money talks. And you will also have to do what I want. Now Lin Qing listens to all this quietly. On the other side, from outside this room, Chen Feifan is taking pictures of these two, when just then, a staff comes and asks him, who are you? So Chen Feifan runs away from there immediately. Now later, Lin Qing comes to Chu Heng's house and says, I want to talk to Mr. Chu Heng. Zuo says, he isn't here. So Chu Heng says from inside, let her in. Then Chu Heng throws salt from a glass and says, we are out of salts. Actually, Chu Heng wants Zuo to leave the house right now so that he can talk to Lin Qing alone. So now Zuo has to go to get salt without any choice. Now Lin Qing comes inside and says, I want to talk about the meeting with Zhang today. Further, she says, when the meeting happened today, I found out that Zhang takes bribes. So I researched and saw that he has been doing this for a long time. Not giving an answer to her words, Chu Heng says, take this soup, taste it. Just then, Zuo comes from outside and says, but it doesn't have salt in it. Later, we see that Zuo is working. Just then, someone sends those same pictures of Lin Qing and Zhang to his phone, where both are seen quite close to each other. Now Zuo shows these photos to Chu Heng. He says, some girl emailed me these photos. Lin Qing went to a salon at this time, and this happened during working hours. Further, he says, look, someone else is with her too. Now Chu Heng says, how much do you know about Mr. Zhang? Zuo says, we have worked together in some projects. From what I have heard, he is reliable. On this, Chu Heng says, the one you see in the picture is Zhang. So Zuo asks, what, really? Further, Chu Heng says, you said he is reliable, but he keeps taking bribes. Hearing this, Zuo is surprised. Further, Chu Heng says, Miss Lin Qing has made this report and also Plan B, so start seeing the good things in others too. Further, Chu Heng says, Lin Ching is not from an elite background, but she is more visionary than you. Further, Chu Heng stands up and says, find out who is in contact with Zhang, then punish them according to the rules. Anyway, then later we see Lin Ching is working and Chu Heng comes and puts her hair behind her ear. Then both start looking at each other. Then Chu Heng says, your eyes are getting covered. Now Lin Ching says while being nervous, I'll go drink some water. Then she goes to another room and falls into great anxiety and also looks a little nervous. Now, later we see Chu Heng and a lady. That lady asks Chu Heng, how is everything going? Chu Heng says, right now we are about to complete the Shanghai project. So that lady says, I am not asking about your job. I am asking about your personal life. Actually, this lady is Chu Heng's mom. Now Chu Heng says to her, oh, mom, we have acquired a salon. Recommend this to your friends. Saying this, he leaves from here. Now later we see Chu Heng's mom in a salon. Here she is getting a face massage. The staff here says to her, you look so young. Mr. Zhang will be very happy with you. Just then, a staff comes here. She says, Mr. Chu Heng's another VIP card has been received. On this, that first staff tells her to be quiet and tells her to leave from here. Now, Chu Heng's mom asks, Chu Heng has another VIP card? So that staff says, yes, he has made 2 VIP cards. Now, Chu Heng's mom says, show me the guest book here. So this staff goes to bring the guest book. On that side, we see Lin Ching, who has a card in her hand. Just then, an employee comes to her and says, Lin Ching, Mr. Chu Heng is calling to meet you. Now then, Lin Ching is going to Chu Heng's cabin, taking that VIP card, and begins to say, Mr. Chu Heng, I cannot take this card. But then she sees that Chu Heng's mom is sitting in Chu Heng's chair. Now here's a man who says, Miss Lin Ching, she is the executive director of our company. And also she is Mr. Chu Heng's mother. Now Lin Ching starts thinking, this lady looks so young. It doesn't seem like she is old at all. Just then, that man puts a photograph on the desk. Then Chu Heng's mom says, I have come to know that you two roam around a lot together. Further, Lin Ching gets scared and begins to say, ma'am, I will explain. We both just work together. Now stopping her, Chu Heng's mom says, here is 20 million yuan. Take it. Now Lin Ching says, ma'am, it's not like what you're thinking. But Chu Heng's mom stops her and says, take this money and date Chu Heng for a year. Now hearing this, Lin Ching is surprised. So Chu Heng's mom says again, take this money and be Chu Heng's girlfriend for a year. Now after this, Lin Ching thinks to herself, this is a jackpot. Now I will be able to go to the Maldives. And so many places. But wait, is this really happening? Actually, this lady wants to hide the fact that her son is gay from the world. That's why she needs my help to cover up this truth. Then Lin Ching says to Chu Heng's mom, no issue. I will do it. Further, Chu Heng's mom says, let me tell you that this is an installment plan. You will be able to withdraw the last amount of money only after 3 years. So Lin Ching says, no problem. I will do as you say. Now then, Lin Ching leaves from here and Chu Heng's mom's assistant says to her, this girl's family background is not of your level. So Chu Heng's mom says, I don't care. If you look at it, no girl's family background is of our level. Just as long as Chu Heng dates this girl, I will be happy. On the other side, Lin Ching is very happy taking the money. Now she calls Chu Heng and says, Mr. Chu Heng, let's have dinner together tomorrow. Now hearing this, Chu Heng starts smiling. Just then, Zuo comes from behind and asks, why are you smiling so much? So Chu Heng says, nonsense, go and sleep. So Zuo says, surely Lin Ching must have asked you for an outing, right? What is going on between you two? Further, he says, tomorrow I will follow you two. So Chu Heng says, tomorrow you have to work. So Zuo says, I don't work on weekends. So Chu Heng says, you will work overtime. So Zuo says, this isn't right. Now later we see that Lin Ching is setting the dinner table. Then Chu Heng comes from behind and sees all this and says, it looks good. Then Lin Ching says, it took a long time to make this. I made this for you. So Chu Heng asks, do you make cakes? So Lin Ching says, I have learned an expensive lesson. Take a bite. Saying this, Lin Ching feeds Chu Heng the cake with her hands. Then Chu Heng says, yummy! Then Chu Heng says to Lin Ching, try it. So Lin Ching sits near Chu Heng. So Chu Heng feeds her the cake. And after eating the cake, Lin Ching's face contorts. She puts her face down. Chu Heng gives her a tissue and asks, does it taste good? So Lin Ching takes the tissue and spits the cake in it. Actually, the cake was tasting very bad. Then Lin Ching says, forget about the cake. This view is so beautiful. Let's take some selfies. Then these two take photos, but suddenly Lin Ching starts to fall, so Chu Heng catches her. So Lin Ching thinks to herself, slowly, I am able to do this. Then she pouts so that Chu Heng kisses her. Chu Heng is also going to kiss when just then a person comes and says, Miss Lin Ching, your food delivery has arrived. Now later we see Lin Ching and Chu Heng are drinking together. Then Chu Heng says to Lin Ching, today you are behaving weirdly. So Lin Ching says, is it like that? But I don't think so. By the way, Mr. Chu Hung, do you know why I called you for an outing today? Further, she says, actually, you are cute, but unfortunately. Hearing this, Chu Hung asks, what unfortunately? Lin Ching says, look, you are getting angry again. Now here Lin Ching is drunk. Perhaps that's why she says so much. Further, she says, you don't look like it, but you are very caring. By the way, I should be the one getting angry. You don't know how pathetic my life becomes sometimes, but I always believe that everything will be fine. On the other side, we see Chen Fei Fan and Huan. Chen Fei Fan says, look, darling, Chu Heng is falling down. Saying this, Chen Fei Fan calls someone, but at that time, Huan starts kissing Chen Fei Fan. So Chen Fei Fan pushes her away and says, stop. I'm making a call. So Huan feels bad about this. Then Chen Fei Fan continues talking on the call and says, is this a tabloid agency? I have some secrets to tell. Later we see Chu Heng. He is asking another person, is it possible that some competitor company has pulled us down? So that person says, there are possibilities of this, but I will conduct a press release where I will clarify everything. On the other side, we see Chu Heng's mom who asks her staff, where did this news come from? So her staff just says, sorry to her. So she says to her staff, have all the news removed. Then she says to Chu Heng, I have given you the responsibilities of the company. How can you create such scandals? Just then Zuo says to Chu Heng's mom, Auntie, actually, I hadn't told anyone that I am his cousin. That's why so many scandals spread. Anyway, then there we see Lin Ching, who says while working, I am a genius. Their 20 million yuan has been put in the right place. Lin King knows how to do her work. Here, Zuo says to Chu Heng, we have sent the proposal for the press release. From here, our legal department will take over. Just then, Lin Ching knocks on the door and comes inside. She says, Mr. Chu Heng, there is good news. Chu Heng says, what is it? So Lin Ching says, it's about your relationship. I have looked into this thing. So Zuo asks, what are you talking about? So Lin Ching says, I have made my relationship with Mr. Chu Heng public. Hearing this, Chu Heng is surprised. Zuo asks, when did you start dating? Now further Lin Ching says, Mr. Chu Heng, calm down. All this is fake. I won't let you guys break up. Just then Zuo says, after seeing some pictures, where did you get these pictures? Just then Lin Ching says, I'll tell you honestly, Mrs. Zhang paid me 20 million yuan so that I could cover for you case. Further, she says, so I arranged a date with Mr. Chu Heng. I deliberately took some pictures with him. Truly, how smart am I? Otherwise, you two wouldn't have been able to hide the secret of your relationship anymore. Now Zuo says, 20 million? Auntie has gone crazy. Does she think you deserve 20 million? Now stopping Zuo, Chu Heng tells him to leave from here. Now after Zuo leaves, Chu Heng asks Lin Ching, is whatever you said about that night true? Further, he says, fine, you can go. On the other side, a man texts Huan and says, give me money, I will give you the recording. So Huan sends him the money. Now further, we see that all the employees of Lin Ching's last office are discussing the same thing. Lin Ching is dating Chu Heng of the Shanghai group. Along with this, those people also say they have signed a relationship contract of 20 million yuan. Truly, Lin Ching is the luckiest. Anyway, then later, Zuo scolds Lin Ching and says, Lin Ching, look what you have done. Further, he says, you are just making things worse. Just then, Chu Heng starts coming here. While coming here, he sees that an employee is hiding behind the door and listening to Zuo and Lin Ching's conversation. Chu Heng asks this person, what are you doing here? So this employee says, nothing, Mr. Chu Heng. Saying this, he leaves from here. Anyway, then Chu Heng enters the room and asks Zuo, is there any update? Zuo says, we haven't found anything strange. We are still investigating. Then Zuo goes to Chu Heng's ears and says something. Then next day, we see Chu Heng and Zuo are talking. And that same person who usually listens to their conversation secretly is still listening to their conversation. Here, Zuo says to Chu Heng while making that person hear, you know, the man who revealed our secret, his family was murdered later. Further, he says, money always talks. This is a golden rule. No matter how many moral values are present here, we have learned from our ancestors that money always talks. So, what are you going to do now? Do you know Mr. He? So Chu Heng says, I have heard about him in the news. He has been accused of many murders. Zuo says, so we will hire him only so that he kills that cheater who revealed the scandal about us. Just then, from behind, this person who was listening to their conversation secretly stands up and says, don't call him, I will confess. Later we see Chu Heng and Zuo. Zuo says, so that's how it happened. We have removed all the news and sued Chen Fei Fan and Huan. Our next move will be to clarify the relationship between you and Lin Ching. Now Chu Heng says, not now, I just want Lin Ching to be happy. Further, he says, She has done all this to protect me. Now later we see Lin Ching is sitting in a place. Chu Hung comes and sits near her and asks, "Are you ready to talk?" Now further he says, "You became quite busy in the final days of the project. Take some rest." Now further Chu Heng says, "Where is that girl who fights alone in the boxing ring with Zuo?" Now on this, Lin Ching says, "I will start everything again. I have damaged the company's image." Now Chu Heng says, "I will decide whether it's damaged or not." Further he says, "Currently, the main focus is on you. Your being okay is the most important thing." On this, Lin Ching smiles and puts her head on Chu Hung's shoulder. Then she says, "Thank you. It feels good to see someone valuing me." Now next day, we see a voiceover is coming where someone says, "Sorry for all the mistakes. I will fix whatever mess I have created." Now during this, Chu Heng starts running here, starts knocking on doors. Actually, Lin Ching has left this company and that's why Chu Heng is becoming so worried. Now there we see Chen Fei Fan and Huan have tied up Lin Ching. Those people say, "You haven't been able to come this far alone. Such success, and moreover, without Chu Heng's help, you wouldn't even have gotten your apartment back." Now Lin Ching says to Chen Fei Fan, "Don't you know what you have done?" Then Chen Fei Fan says to Huan, "Keep her tied tightly." Now after this, Chen Fei Fan calls Chu Hung. He says, "Lin Ching is with us. If you want to save her, pay us 20 million. Further, Chu Hung says, "Send me the address. I will reach there soon." After this, Huan says to Lin Ching, "Lin Ching, you deserve this." Lin Ching says, "You are kidnapping for money. You guys will go to jail. Is it right to take such a risk just for an apartment?" Now Huan says, "You called me shameless. But after all, who is shameless?" Later, Chu Hung comes here, but Chen Fei Fan shows him a knife and says, "Stop right there." So Chu Hung stops right there. Chen Fei Fan says, "Give us the money first, or else I will spoil her face with the knife." Saying this, Chen Fei Fan starts smiling. Chu Hung asks, "You just want money? Let her go. I will give you double the amount." So Chen Fei Fan says, "Don't create too much trouble." Further, he says, "I want 20 million. I won't take even a single penny less." So Chu Heng says, "I will give you the money." Saying this, he puts his hand in his pocket and hits Chen Fei Fan on his face with something. And immediately he runs and goes to Chen Fei Fan and starts beating him. Then Chu Hung beats him a lot. Seeing this, Huan runs away from here. And Chu Hung rescues Lin Ching and starts taking her away. Just then, the sound of a police car is heard in the background, on which Chu Hung says to himself, "Now you will have to pay." Now after returning home, Lin Ching starts crying a lot, so Chu Hung wipes her tears. Then slowly, Lin Ching starts feeling comfortable. Then Lin Ching becomes very drunk and almost falls asleep while talking. Next day, we see Lin Ching. She sees Chu Heng has already woken up. So Lin Ching asks, "Are you already awake?" So Chu Hung says, "Did you forget about last night, what you did with me?" Now Lin Ching says, "Have we done everything?" Now Chu Hung does not say anything clearly and starts enjoying this thing. Just then Chu Hung's mom comes here. She says, "Chu Hung told me you were kidnapped." So Lin Ching says, "I was very scared, but thanks ma'am for asking." So Chu Hung's mom says, "Do you still call me ma'am?" Anyway, then Chu Hung's mom says, "The news about paying 20 million went viral. Sorry for that, but I paid you 20 million so that you marry my son after a year. I want Chu Heng to marry only the one he truly likes." So Lin Ching says, "Give me some time to think." Now later we see Lin Ching working. Here, Chu Hung comes and says, "Sorry, I had told you to take leave, but right now I needed you." Now then, in a little while, Lin Ching's work is finished and suddenly Chu Hung puts his hand over her hand, but Lin Ching removes her hand gently. Now later, Lin Ching thinks to herself, "Chu Hung and I will not meet again." Now then, we see Lin Ching has returned to her old office. Her boss is saying, "You have done a good job in this project. That's why the Xinghai group is inviting us to a celebration party." Now, Lin Ching asks, "Will Chu Hung be there?" Her boss says, "No, he is the CEO of the company. He has gone abroad with Zuo for work." Now hearing this, Lin Ching becomes a little sad. Then she returns the payment card to Chu Hung's mom, which Chu Hung's mom had given her. Now later we see that Lin Ching has come to the celebration party wearing a beautiful dress. She is standing in a place. Just then she sees a person from behind and says, "I sent you so many messages and calls, you didn't pick up even one." Just then Chu Heng takes a turn and kneels down and says, "Since I have seen you, feelings for you have kept increasing. Maybe this is love. I want to become a part of your life. Will you marry me?" And after this, there is a kiss between these two, and these two hug each other. And with this drama has a happy ending.